So my name's Ken Plummer. I'm from Toronto, originally from Halifax. I did a BCom there at St. Mary's. I did a MBA there at St. Mary's also. I did a project through the Business Development Center at St. Mary's, so that was a lot of fun. Did a lot of entrepreneurship classes. And this session is supposed to be on getting noticed through marketing for startups. And I think that the biggest challenge is, and I did a lot of marketing at St. Mary's, so I think the challenge for startups is, marketing at larger businesses or traditional marketing that you either learn in school or you end up practicing at most companies is that which has got a pretty decent budget, and a lot of your activities are sort of traditional pay to be seen kind of things, like, whether it's billboards or print advertisement or online banner ads or whatever. They're all things that you have to just spend money for people to see. And in a startup, you often don't have that budget, or you shouldn't have that budget. Maybe if you've got a lot of funding, you can do that, but those companies are few and far between, I think. So I came to Toronto and I was a marketing manager at Hewlett Packard for 4 or 5 years, and I was doing a lot of those traditional marketing activities. And after that, I was sort of bored, and I thought, okay, I need a more creative outlet. So I started a video production company called Oxygen Creative. It's these guys here. That's me. And but we had no money, so what you have to do then is, okay, well, typically in the past, all our marketing activities have been, we're just gonna pay a bunch of money. You're gonna look at our advertisements. You're gonna see it enough times that you're eventually gonna select us for your service, and that's how it's done. We didn't have that option. So the challenge then is, okay, well, now we have to just be clever. We have to be creative, because we have to create a marketing buzz, or create conversation around your brand or your company that people want to talk about and they want to consume, versus just having it shoved down their throat, which is what most marketing programs are about. I guess you want to think about it from more of a sort of a clever PR perspective. So a good PR firm, especially smaller ones, will say, okay, let's create we're going to create some sort of event, or we're going to put out a press release, or we're going to do some sort of thing that is just going to get people talking about you. We don't have to spend a lot of money necessarily. We just have to be clever about it. And that's sort of the way that we looked at things. So starting out, I'll just tell you how I did it. Starting out, we started looking at videos for small businesses and friends who had small businesses in Toronto. We put together little sort of business profile videos, and they're fine, but they weren't getting I wasn't getting the traction with larger corporations that I needed, because those are the ones that pay the bills. So what I ended up doing is I started going out and meeting as many people as I could who were in the marketing industry, going to mixers or whatever, just meeting up with people wherever I could, and finding out what their current sort of plans were. And I met a girl who was working at the body shop, and I asked her what their plans were for Christmas. It was about October at that point, and they said they didn't have any budget left in their year. They didn't really have anything planned. This was 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, well, why don't you let us do a video for you? And at that point, I didn't know what that video would be, but I said, let us do a video for you. She said, well, we don't have any budget. And I said, okay, well, that's okay. We'll just do something. And if you like it, then use it. And if you don't like it, then don't use it. And I thought that having my company's brand associated with the body shop was certainly payment enough at that stage. So so they said, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, we can do that. So we went to the Eaton Center in Toronto, and we filmed. We had about $600 of our own money, and we just rented a couple cameras, paid some friends to help with doing crew work, and I got behind the cash. Sorry, it's my laundry. I got behind the cash, and basically did one of those random acts of kindness ads where if someone donated something when they're buying their body shop purchase, that they got their whole purchase for free. So I'd say, would you be willing to donate to this local charity? And they would say, yeah, okay, I guess I will. And they go, okay, well, since you're willing to do that, we're willing to give this thing to you for free. And then so there's a compilation video of all their surprised, happy reactions. And it turned out really well, and it became their highest viewed video that they had ever put out. It won an award from Body Shop International that it was the best holiday initiative of the year. And what it led to was us being their video production agency for the next 2 years, 2.5 years. So it was the kind of thing where at the time, I was working really, really hard on it, and took a fair amount of time, but it was well worth it. And people were like, well, I don't know, you're doing a lot of work for no money, basically. But it was really just time, and yeah, so that worked out very well. And what that led to us being able to do was just being associated with that brand, getting a lot of other large brands. And so I think that sort of the big thing you have to do is, number one, get as creative as you can in terms of how are we going to get some sort of buzz about our business without spending very much money. And you might have to spend a little bit of your own money. You might have to spend a lot of time on it, but it's that's the only way you're gonna really work. And I guess the other two things that are sort of obvious are one, you have to hustle, but not by sending emails. That doesn't really work at all anymore for me. It's almost all in person. So that's the other one. And then take chances. That's obvious. If you're in a startup, then yeah, obviously you're going to be taking chances. But really, finding that sort of spot where you can look at your constraints and look at your constraints and make the most of it by being clever. I think that's really the sort of the main sort of thing. Now, you guys have any questions, or jump in at any time? I'm sort of rambling. Give me some hearts, please. Please. Give me at least one heart, please. Thank you. That's very nice. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what kind of companies are you guys interested in working at, or do you currently work at a startup? What sort of marketing issues are you guys looking at? Well, okay, so that's a good question. Facebook ads. Facebook ads a couple years ago were super, super effective. And now it's like basically you have to spend a lot. Because the only way brand pages are getting noticed now, because our organic reach is so low for Facebook pages, yeah, I think you do have to spend money on Facebook ads, but it's too much, I think. So, I mean, yeah, yes, you do. It's sort of just part of it. But I wouldn't say that should stop your word of mouth, door to door, the other part of your question. It's unfortunate that Facebook is like, it got all the brands on because it was such a great platform, and now it's just like all the other ones where you have to spend a lot of money just to get noticed. So unfortunate, yeah. But yeah, you still have to spend money. Yeah. Did I get that answer right then? Thank you. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's anything, if you guys have any questions, then I'm willing to sit here and discuss anything you want. I've got 6 to 10 contractors all the time and 0 actual employees. So how we work is, like, I'll go out, or one of the contractors will go out and get a video project. Yeah, it is the way to go. So we'll go out and get a video project, and typically those video projects will last maybe 2 months. And so, I'll work on the creative, and then when we actually have to shoot something, I'll get a crew out. I'll be part of that crew, but I'll get a crew out, get the equipment out, and then if we need help doing certain parts of the edit or motion graphics, things like that, then we'll bring on people for that as well. But yeah, it's been a lean ship, which has been helpful in a lot of ways for sure. You don't have to fire people. Just don't call them back. That's not good advice, by the way. That's not. No. Are you guys in what year are you guys in? Yep. 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 Yeah, SMU was very fun. Very fun school. And do you plan on getting involved in a startup right away? Or your own, perhaps? Well, I'll let you know that, and maybe you might be already aware of it, but I did a short video profile on a group called Venture for Canada for last summer, end of last summer. And yeah, you guys know them? So they've placed some people in some good spots, I think. And the guys that run it are pretty smart, very nice, and yeah, worth checking out. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll end it there. But if any of you guys have any questions, or you just want to connect, you can find me on LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever. Feel free to reach out. All right. Best approach for Instagram marketing for startups. Uh, Perfect. Yeah, I saw that email come in actually, so that's great. Um, uh, for Instagram, you just sort of have to be creative right now. So you probably are aware. You saw the people going crazy maybe 2 weeks ago on Instagram, going click on turn on my post notifications because they're changing the algorithm. Well, they did do that. I don't know. I haven't seen any real change in that, but mostly it's for big brands who are spending a lot of money to be able to get their stuff shuffled in a little bit more. For Instagram, it, get someone with some good design, a good design background. Sometimes you'll see those pages with, like, there'll be like 4 images that are cut up and they'll make one big one. That sort of stuff is cool, I guess. But I mean, I'm last time I checked, the amount you have to spend to get into Instagram's actual sort of group of Canva is good for beginners. Oh, is that? Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought it was all. I thought people were just being very good at Photoshop. Um, but yeah, to get into their paid program, I think you have to actually spend a lot of money. It's for big brands. So yeah, Instagram. Find someone who's really good at Instagram. Get them to do it for you. One in Toronto that is very, very good is La Carnita. It's a taco place, and then another one called Sweet Jesus, which is uh, ice cream shop, and they've done amazing, very popular stuff. And basically, it's just the person who does it is extremely good at Instagram. So get someone with a creative eye, and that's it. I couldn't tell you in terms of a better strategy than that, because once you start throwing up ads, I'm working on a new star, barkskin.ca. Yeah, I will check that out. Thank you. Um, but once you start throwing up ads into your Instagram feed, like with a promo code or just like a like a poster, that's bad. No one wants to see that at all. So don't do that. And you see that a lot. But for me, when I see that, I almost always just unfollow. So yeah, I would say keep Instagram as like less as an advertising tool as possible, and more, as much of a sort of artistic spot, because becomes tacky. Okay. What was that website again? Barks. Also stick to one theme. Yeah, I would agree with that. What was the, you sent me a website, Barkskin or something? Just let me, I'm going to remember it this time. Barkskin. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, thank you guys. Wow. Well, I can't wait to check it out. Thank you very much. Yep, Kent Plummer. You can find me if you, I know one of you did, and I hope you enjoy the rest of these sessions. It's been a pleasure.